Well, Saturday morning, had some breakfast, had some coffee, called Becca, and now topping off the chainsaw. Time to start a long day's worth of work. It'll be worth it in the long run. Well, went through the first tank of gas. As you can see, it's definitely clearing up really nice. The one downside is that we still have this huge damn pit here. And that hill, I don't know what these people were digging for, but you can tell someone just came in here with like a bobcat or an excavator or something and just dug, moved, and just put it right there. So at some point I'd like to move all that back. I'm not doing that by hand. That would just take forever, and you know, I'm not in my early 20s, late teens, so. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be where we start putting the apple trees in. We've got that pine right there, these two trees, and then these two trees to take yet today. And then from there, that one actually looks pretty overall rotten, so I don't know if I'm gonna take this. I mean, yeah, I might just let that fall and do its own thing. But as well as that, we're gonna continue going down this way. Obviously there's not that many big trees down that way, but you know, we want that sun from the south, so I'm just gonna go through with the chainsaw and just cut it, clear it, and then keep on going. But in the meantime, I've got a couple of really nice tall dead pines back here as well that I'm gonna take down. So, well, we'll see how much time I have left. I've got a couple up there that I might want to take down too, because as you can tell, I'd like to get the line going straight down here, so you know, that way it would be a really good spot for it. But if I need to, I can always, you know, go a little bit further as well, to the left area there. So, but went through the first tank of gas, so I'm gonna take a break and get some Gatorade, get some water, have a little snack, watch a little bit of TV, and then come back out and try to get all these ones cut up and cleared out. And from there, then I'm going to start splitting, just so that way I've got it done, and we'll see how much time I've got left after that. Well, it's almost noon on Saturday, so I got a lot of trees cut down, a lot of area cleared out. So since we're almost starting to run out of time, because I still have to get this split yet today too, or hauled and then split and then stacked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see what we have, and with the live wood. So this is live, that's dead, that one's live, and then that big pile down there, that's all dead. So if I have enough, I'm gonna take that one right there. Otherwise, I might take that tall one right there in the center. So we'll see how much this actually gives me, because all I got to do is just fill that area with live and dead, and obviously I'm going to split it. So by the end of the year, the stuff that's live will be dry enough where we can use it for campfires. So, and I still do have some stuff up there yet too. So, but as you can see, we're slowly making our way down. Ideally, we're gonna go down another 100 yards. But from here on out, it's just smaller trees, not really anything I can use for firewood. I mean, I could, but it's just gonna be more of a pain. So probably what I'm gonna let it do is I'm gonna let it sit, or that's the trees that we're gonna be using for the posts for when we actually fence in the garden. So apple trees look like they're still alive. We still have the blueberry one there. This one, yeah, kind of looks like it's coming back, but it's, I don't know. We'll tell. We'll be able to find out here pretty soon. So otherwise, take a quick little break, and then off to hauling and splitting wood. Well, just about 4 o'clock. And we've got half of the wood finished. Really hope I can finish up the rest of it here, or at least get it split. Takes a little while, but as you can see, I mean, it's not all the way to the top like last year was, but I don't have time to do one more tree. I had to go and take one more bigger tree, so this time I don't have the time to get one more live tree so that way it can dry. I think with the amount of dry wood that we have there and already split wood, we should be fine for the year. And then next year kind of gives me an idea as to how many I need to take to really fill this thing up. So the first time that we cut it and split it, it was just all the trees that we, from when we originally cleared the driveway, and then I came over here, took out all those trees, and I think that's pretty much about it. So I don't remember exactly how many trees it was, but they were definitely not as big as what some of these trees that I took down today. So, well, back to work. Well, getting to the end of Saturday. As you can see, kind of a really cool view of the river just being so high. Definitely neat. I mean, granted, half my land is underwater, but what are you gonna do? Our main camping area, if that ever goes underwater, then we got problems. But like, it's probably got to go up about at least another 6 feet in order to actually get to us. So in documenting the day again, as what I usually do. So this is the area that we completely cleared out. And if you remember earlier on just how different that was, I mean, minus that hole that's right there that eventually we're gonna fill in, that's a good 50, 60 feet wide. Yeah, I've got to take out the stumps, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. So, and at some point we're gonna go another 10 feet over. So like all of these trees right here, this birch, and then we're just gonna slowly widen this out because again, we want this to be an orchard, and in order to do an orchard, you need a lot of room. So I think we're doing 2 or 3 more apple trees this year, and then we're just gonna keep on going, and then that is gonna keep on going even further, about another couple 100 yards at the least. Well, 100 yards at the least, 200 at the most. But what'll be nice is that if we can get that full sun in here for the majority of the day, then those apple trees should do pretty well. So now we're gonna take a look and see what the difference is in a day's worth of time. I mean, it looks like the water has gone down. Not that much. Just a perfect view. Well, the camping area looks like it's a little bit better. Still got some water down here. But it's gone down a little bit. Not by much, but which is funny because normally when I take these videos, you can see the other side of the bank, and now everything is just underwater over there. So, in a way, I can see why some people didn't want to buy this, but in another, I'm fine with it. Kind of cool. I think it's a wood duck. Little baby one. this area by my deer stand. Good thing I put it on the high spot. But all of this is all underwater. So this is gonna suck for mosquitoes this year. But on the brighter side, if it gets cold, maybe they won't come out. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Just gonna make this walk. No reason other than I want to. Now some of this undergrowth little stuff I'm gonna go through once it gets a little bit further along in spring. This stuff starts kind of growing up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just chop it all up. So here's the garden, here's the trees, blueberry plants. So at least on the brighter side, a lot of these trees going this way, they're just so small trees that I'm just gonna chop, and I don't really care what we're gonna do with them. I mean, ideally it'd be awesome if we had a wood chipper. You know, until we get back to that birch back there, there really isn't nothing large, which is perfect, because then, you know, by the time that we get everything taken care of, yeah, we want to get this land a little bit more woods friendly. So now, since the water is up really, really high, we're gonna have to figure out how far we can go, and then plus if we can actually have apple trees in submerged water. I don't think we can, but you know, that's a lovely side about the internet nowadays. You just Google it. Can't Google it here because we don't have any cell service, but when I get home, I can. And then just look at a different view that's not in the sun. Man, that's changed. Again, a lot of work, but it's worth it. With what we want here, we want orchards. So I don't know how big the orchard's going to be, but it's going to be nice once it's done. With the lawnmower, I was able to drive it right down here, and with that utility cart, just load that thing up, bring it up, drop everything off, bring it right back down, and that just made everything so much easier. Instead of trying to use a wheelbarrow and going up hills and going down hills, that probably saved me a good 2 hours of hauling and sweat, and my back is gonna be mad tomorrow anyway, but it's worth it. That little cart, $120 at Menards. Probably took about an hour and a half to put together, just because, you know, sometimes they can be a pain, but the thing was easy and awesome. And here we are, the finished product for this year's spring trip. So about a foot off the top, all the way full, pretty much. Split pretty easily. So all the stuff up here in the front I should be able to use this year. The stuff in the back might be dry towards, you know, October, but that's fine. If I need to, I got a couple already down trees or dead trees that are still standing, but I don't really have anywhere to put them, and I don't want to really do much more this weekend, so just gonna kick back the rest of the night and relax.